So our next factor is frictional resistance between the tire and the road. Now the frictional resistance between the tire and road plays an important role to bring the vehicle to stop. So basically for this reason the coefficient of friction value is considered as per IRC is in between 0.35 to 0.40 depending on the speed of the vehicle. Then gradient of the road also affects the side distance. Okay, while climbing up a gradient the vehicle can stop immediately because there is some gravitational force, and whenever a vehicle is uh, going in downward direction, in that case it is very much complex to stop the vehicle. Okay, now another thing, whenever we are consider the reaction time, there are different type of theory to estimate the reaction time of the driver. So the most important theory is PIEV theory. So PIEV, where P stands for perception time, I stand for intellection time, E stand for emotion time, and V stands for volition time. Now, according to PIEV theory, these are the four parts which we can divide that reaction time. So perception time is the time required for sensations received by the eyes or ears to be transmitted in the brain through the nervous system. Suppose you're traveling in this vehicle and suddenly you observe some trees or some obstacles. For this which you need to take any action, suppose you need to stop your vehicle. So in that case, whenever you observe this vehicle, okay, so that is basically is your perception time, that you perceive something. Okay, then intellection time means now you get an idea about the threat which is ahead of you, that is the intellection time. Then emotion time means, suppose in that case you are frustrated or you have some tensions, in that case that time required for your other thinking. Okay, that is called emotion time. And volition time is that after perceiving the threat through intellection time, you then decide whether to stop your vehicle or you can get past to it. So that is called volition time. Okay, suppose this is our reflex action total. In that case, so this is stimulus means through our eyes or here we can hear something. So in that case that is called perception time, and this perception time and the stimulus can go through directly our brain, and over there that intellection and emotion will taking place, and after that brain will decide what to do, and that is called volition time. And after that response is there. So sometimes what happen, due to the sudden action, that our reaction can bypass this total action, and it can directly go for the response, and that particular thing is called a reflex action. Now, analysis of the sight distance. So there is a term called safe stopping distance and is one of the important measure in traffic operation. So it is the distance a vehicle travels from the point at which a situation is first perceived to the time the declaration is complete. Now, driver must have adequate time if they are to suddenly respond to a situation, which we have already discussed. Now, this suppose this is the driver, this is the initial position of the driver, and this is some object. So that driver now perceive the situation, and after the perceiving, suppose in that case, in this particular case, he need to stop the vehicle. So basically during the reaction time, this is the total reaction time, that is 2.5 seconds. During that time the driver will think whether he will stop or not. Okay, so after that reaction time is over, after the driver has decided, in that case he will apply the brake. So after application of the brake also, due to the varying efficiency of the brake, the vehicle will move particular distance, some distance. Okay, so our stopping side distance, we can divide this into two parts. One is total lag distance, that is the distance covered during the reaction time, and another one is braking distance. Okay, so that is the distance which is traveled after the application of the brake.